Hello everybody, this is Christian with the Vindicators again, actually coming at you with our final release for our project Vis Web Visualizer. So on our project page here, if you go over to download, you can download a zip file that has a bunch of different aircraft models and text files associated with them that have aircraft dimensions, specific points, anything like that you can use within our program. Going over to our GitHub page, at the tab there, you can go to our issues page and submit any bugs you see or anything like that. You may also fill out our feedback form if you want to leave us any comments, concerns, anything like that, or just how you liked our application. Now, if you go to the Get Started here, it'll bring you to our actual application. I already have one loaded, so we're going to go to that right now. Now, heading over to File, you can actually go down to Load and load up any previous saves you have if you were working on anything before that. So I'll just load up one, and as you can see, it was just a model I was working on there. I haven't added anything to it, but you can go back to any project you were working on, any save state. Heading over to New, it'll clear that out. Now if you go over to Import, it'll actually have you import aircraft dimensions in the little pane there. And I'm just going to pull up the dimensions for an F-18 real quick. So it's going to be 17.1, 11.4, and 3.2. You can go ahead and enter, and then it'll pull up File Explorer. You just click on the file you want. And got that all loaded up. Now once it's loaded up, you can move it around, rotate the object in any way you want. Heading down to the object panel down there, you can go to wireframe and it'll put the wireframe version of the model up. Same thing, you can just move that around, rotate it however you need to. Now if you look over on the side, the aircraft dimensions, you can see your dimensions there as well, if you need to change anything or if anything was imported incorrectly. Now say you messed up the model such as I just did there, the antennas won't actually work properly. So you can actually go to the model position size reset and it'll put it back to its normal state just in case you accidentally move it or anything like that. If you go over to add antenna, it'll give you the option to add in 3 different points. We're going to press enter just to add a point at the nose of the plane, 0, 0, 0. Now you can double click on any object to focus on that object, and we're going to zoom in on that, and you can see the antenna there with a little point on top to show its direction. Now we're going to change that and just flip it up 90 degrees on the x-axis. Now you can see it's pointing the other direction. Now we're going to go ahead and delete that. You can actually delete using the delete key. If you go over to the edit tab, you'll be able to delete from there. Now if you click the antenna snapping button, you can actually click anywhere on the plane to add antennas to those points. We'll just add a few here. And we're going to unclick that so we don't accidentally add any more. But those work the same way as any other antennas. You can just focus in on those, look at those how it may be. It's a good purpose if you just want to add a lot of antennas to different points like that. Now we're going to go ahead and delete all those again. Now another cool thing you can do with these is actually import antenna files that have different coordinates for different points. So we're going to import a file that supports XML and CSV in formats we set up, and we're just importing an XML file with some preset antenna coordinates at the extremes of each point. But as you can see, all the antennas imported correctly to the plane at the points we had in the XML file. And likewise, you're actually able to export those antennas in a similar way. Like say we renamed an antenna with hello instead of antenna 8, we can go ahead and export that and it will show up correctly in the file, as I'll show you here in just a second. But yeah, if you go over to File, down at Export Antennas in an XML file or a CSV file, you're actually also able to export an entire scene, including the model and everything, that you can just load right back up into our program and it'll register all that. But this is what the XML file looks like. As you can see, it shows the antenna name, shows the X coordinate, Y coordinate, Z coordinate, and also the X rotation, Y rotation, and Z rotation for each antenna. And one of the last things we have is actually if you head over to Settings and you go to History, it'll actually show everything that you've done on this project, just in case you were missing what you did. And we actually can also change between the theme from light to dark, so if you happen to want to go with that route, then it looks better, easier on the eyes, whichever it may be. But that's pretty much all we got for our project. Hopefully keep it up to date with anything that we may change, but yeah, this is our final release for that. If you have any questions, just let us know. We'll be happy to respond to anything. Respond in River, respond on GitHub, whatever it may be, but thank you very much.